And I thought the least you could have done was vault over those bars there.
So I was checking them. They look a little bit unsafe to me, so I thought, no.
Yeah, they fell down early
got the
tonight.
right
It's a very wise decision. I was going to ask you about your reputation and your popularity, but that perception rather sort of denies what I was going to say. But there are some people in this country, aren't there, who actually don't like you very much, and who want you to lose.
Well, you know, the way you say it, I mean, being honest, I feel that they're turning that. It's not that they don't like me. There's a lot of people out there that want to see you lose. And then again, because you're winning all the time. But then again, I think the people now, the more they're getting to know me in Britain, my personality, and the way that they're really knowing that I am, they're wanting to watch me win and what I'm doing and supporting me. So, I mean, you heard the reception tonight, on a great respect for the reception.
Hell of a big family. But you say, actually, but you say about the more people watch you and they see you, I mean, in a funny kind of way, without sort of getting into the great terrestrial against satellite argument, if you'd been fighting on, shall we say, ITV at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, with 17, 18 million people watching you, as Ben, Eubank, Watson were a decade or so ago, do you not think the public perception would be that much greater of you as a boxer?
Probably, definitely. I mean, 18 million people, what can I say? The whole nation behind you. It'd be unbelievable. It's great, but the fact is I'm fighting on Sky, and what can I say? You know, they pay the bills at the end of the day, and when you go the right way for yourselves and for your family, to secure you and your family, you've got to take the right move in your career. And I mean, for me, it'd be great to box in front of the whole nation, sorry. So maybe one day, you never know.
Well, actually,
I don't count it out, because, you know, the whole of my destiny is in my own hands, you know.
Well, you mentioned that it may happen sometime in the future. It actually happened in the past. We've got some interesting old footage here of you aged 18 fighting Blow Me Down on the BBC.
Yeah.
And your opponent, actually, I did write it down, was a Des Gargano, who didn't last very long, as you can see there, but a little bit of a parry.
Well, you know, I was very young, but I was still very, very confident, and I knew what I wanted to show and what I wanted to prove.
But what about the image, the whole business about being cocky and saying, I'll put him down in 2, in 3, in 4, whatever it might be? Was that a carefully manufactured way of presenting yourself to the public to get yourself noticed?
I'm not too sure about carefully. I mean, that's just the way that I am, and that I was with being young, and I wanted people to know that I was very, very confident, that I was very sure on what I was going to do in my life in boxing. And I've proved it. I'm 26, you know, and I'm the featherweight champion of the world, and I haven't been beat, you know. So everything I made out from the beginning, I've done. But saying that, I was confident, and I wouldn't say cocky then. You know what I mean? I was just very, very confident with my ability. So confident, and I mean, people saying you're being arrogant and cocky and stuff like that, I mean, I wouldn't say that was really me. It's just that I'm very, very confident.
Is there an age thing in this, do you think? Do you think, you know, without sort of putting too fine a point on it, the older generation don't like you because, you know, because of the cockiness and the brashness, whereas younger people think, yeah, he's one of us?
Yeah, I think the older generation think, you know, they like the old school of boxing, the guy just coming down to the ring, getting in, and two guys just slugging it out, you know, and seeing who gets knocked out first. I think the young generation today do like me, and even the old generation, I would say, there's people out there in middle age coming up to me, you know, and grandmas and granddads saying, we love the way you fight, and we love the way you are, and it's unbelievable, the power of television. But I think the young generation today do want a winner, you know, and they do want to see me win, and I'm doing so.
In a funny kind of way, the converse to that is like Chris Eubank, the public welcomed Chris Eubank to their heart, only when he started losing. And I suppose other people like the Steve Davises and the Stephen Hendrys of this world, who had this image of being sort of very, very cool and calm, and they were a bit unapproachable. The moment they showed they were fallible and could lose, everybody said, what great guys they are. So maybe what you've got to do is actually lose one fight, and then we'll all love you.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really me in losing fights. That's not me. Who's going to lose a fight to want to be loved? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, yeah, I'd love to be loved and liked in boxing and people watching boxing. But the fact is, I've stated that I'm a pure winner, and I'm not getting beat. You know, I've never visualized or dreamt about getting beat, and I want to stay that way. Just for the likes of people wanting to like me or supporting me, getting beat it's not for me. Do you know what I mean? Losing is it's just not
It's the
me. It's
losers.
not, yeah, it's not in my life. But saying that, I think there's people out there that mostly in Britain now, knowing that I'm carrying the flag all around the world, that want to see me win.
How do you think you might cope with losing?
I think I'd cope with it. I mean, as I said, I ain't visualize it, and I had never dreamt it, and I don't even talk about it, so I don't even know why we're talking about it now. But saying that, I just feel that,